So funny thing happened to me. It's actually the exact same thing that happened last time we had 1+1 event. As you see, I completed it, and I originally pulled 5 sacreds, and then I got one more shard and I pulled the 6th one, and I didn't get it. But then I noticed that I was just able to buy this sacred shard from the tag team arena points, and then I happened to get the double legendary with that one. It wasn't perfect. This isn't really the legendaries I wanted to get, but like I'm always very happy to get legendaries despite whatever it is, because obviously Staldus and wait, what is it called? Harvest Jack, yeah. Neither one of those are very meta, and I'm not gonna use them. But of course I am using Staldus, but there's no way I'm gonna empower him. But I always welcome like Faction Guardian upgrades, and even if it's not Faction Guardian upgrade, like Harvest Jack isn't, because I actually have million others here as well at 6 star, or like with double. I might be able to get some token trader points if I really want to get some champion. And as far as Staldus went, I did get upgrade in the Banner Lords, and I definitely want to get everything maxed out, so I'm very happy with it, even though it wasn't really like Harimo that would have made insane difference, but still it's good. I really do like these 1+1 events, because you can instantly get big impact on your account if you get them. As you can see, some of the... I think I have couple maxed. Yeah, I have Demon Spawn, Undead and Dark Elves maxed. I actually maxed both Dark Elves and Demon Spawn pretty recently, in the last couple months. And then I have many factions that I only have like 2 or 0 actually at. So there's quite big gap. Wait, how am I? Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, how can I be 5 out of 10? But okay, that's how it works. But yeah, I'm actually quite long way to go to max faction guardians. I'm not sure if I will ever be able to do it, even though I have been playing this game for like almost 4.5 years. But I will definitely go for it, and not all of the factions so far are as important as each other's. So definitely having Demon Spawn and Undead maxed is very good, because those are like 2 of the most important ones, so I'm pretty lucky with that. Of course on Undead I got like way more than I need, but and this is taking into account that I have empowered Rotos, so I would have even more than this, but anyway. I hope you guys had some good RNG as well, and maybe you can still finish the event with the sacred shard you get from clan boss today, or maybe you get the monthly shard from dailies or something. I think I will still continue trying pretty much the... Wait, is this a bot fight? Did I lose 3 fights in a row last time? I need to check it. I don't... Maybe I did. I didn't think so, but maybe I did. But yeah, I think I will try to use pretty much the same tactics as yesterday. Maybe I will try to use maybe Guardial, Kai'Mar and Mountain King a bit more, but I will still pretty much try to use the Ronda teams with supports that can keep her alive. I feel like I maybe had a bit unlucky fights yesterday, because before it and after it, when I did couple fights off videos, I did well with Ronda, so I think I still want to pretty much try the same thing again and see if it goes any better. Okay, surely this is a bot team. Did I really lose 3 fights in a row? Damn, there's a mosquito trying to annoy me. Like, it's not like I had any windows open or anything, but there's like a big I don't know what's the word in English, like a woodshed, but like inside woodshed, because there's like sauna close to where I am, and yeah, I guess the mosquitoes are coming from there because I've seen several mosquitoes in my room, which is very annoying. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's annoying. I hate mosquitoes. I'm sure if you live in some other country you got bigger worries than mosquitoes, but I do really hate them on summer. Well, yeah, I guess I don't really need to overthink against the bot team. And yeah, I think getting the upgrade on, or getting the dupe Staldos is very interesting, because now I kind of have an option that I could actually make a +2 Ronda, which might actually be a big deal. I'm kind of hesitating about it. Maybe, what do you guys think? Because now I'm at 6 out of 10 on Banner Lords, and maybe I do want to like save it and try to go for maxed Banner Lords at some point. Maybe I will not use Ronda always, and I might use Quintus or something else. And of course you have many other good champions in Banner Lords, such as Taras and Maritzka. So I'm not quite sure if I want to do it, because it is not very easy for me to upgrade Faction Guardians, and I don't know if I will ever be able to do it or how long it will take. So, but of course +2 Ronda would give me 20% attack and 10 speed, which is actually a very big deal, so it's kind of tough choice. I just feel like I hate going with double magic affinity every time. And if I had the chance, I would use something else than Ronda, to be honest. But maybe I will change my mind about it later, so I don't want to rush into things yet. Like, I just got the Staldos, so I will sleep on it some days and think about it. I'm kind of leaning on saving it and not empowering Ronda, but I may change my mind. I'm curious what you guys think about it. Ronda was kind of lucky champion in that way. Okay, I kind of unintentionally made a pun there, but Cillian the Lucky empowers Ronda, and Cillian of course was a fusion champion, so you pretty much like are kind of guaranteed to have +1 Ronda if you want to, because, well, not guaranteed, but if you did the fusion then you would. So, and I did the fusion, so I really hope that Quintus will be good for me and I will prefer it over Ronda, but we will see about it. I might get very disappointed, I'm not sure. One other interesting thing I do like, that Quintus does do a self-attack buff, and Rotos does have generally enough damage to kill enemy 7 without an attack buff, so I don't think I would always have to run Duchesses, or I could run my slow tanky bolster Duchess more. Oh, I had to check if I lost 3 fights in a row, but I guess I did, because that guy surely was a bot team. But yeah, I actually think Faction Guardians is a pretty decent mechanic. I hate empowerment. I think it's like, it creates so huge gap between players. But I think Faction Guardians and Token Trader are pretty fair things, and I think they are totally okay. It's kind of the same deal with Ascension. I know many people hate the like ascending items, but I think that is kind of fair, because everybody will be able to farm Sand Devil, and it's not about Like, of course, if you have farmed more dungeons, you will have more gear and so on, but everybody will be able to do it. Empowerment is kind of not the same thing. And of course, not just empowerment, but even getting the champions in first place. Like, I'm not sure if I will ever get a Siphi in this game, which is kind of mandatory in like high level arena, to be honest. So, but with Ascension, I feel like I'm not really missing out on anything, and I might get it a bit slower than some other people, but I will get it done. And it's kind of prioritizing what do I want to do on my account. That do I want to farm dungeons or do I want to farm oil? Again, it's Taras and Leorios. I did like the Helicat pick last time against it, so I guess we will go with the same deal. He could pick. Okay, that was maybe stupid of me. Wait, where is Ronda? Fuck. That was maybe stupid of me to show Helicat because he picked 2 nukers, and that means that he can definitely go with Ukko now. Okay, he went with Kaimar, it's kind of the same deal. What do I want to do? I think at this point I either want to go with... No, I think I still go with Helicat. I think either Python or Helicat. The difference is that Python would be in a stone skin. But let's go with Helicat. I mean, I'm almost certain he's gonna ban Helicat, so I think what I'll do is actually I won't even ban this Kaimar. That would be kind of funny. I think he's gonna ban the Helicat and not Negret, so we're kind of gonna play mind games on him, but okay, he banned Rotos, that's kind of interesting. Well, maybe that didn't go so well. I was like convinced that he's gonna ban my Helicat, so it can still work out because it will give increased defense even though Kaimar might buff strip the block damage, and of course it might get polymorphed. I do have a lot of polymorph in my team. But what? He opened with the buff strip. Why didn't he save it until after I do block damage? Because Helicat was in stone skin, so it was pretty likely that I would not get slept in that, considering it is both stone skin and I have lots of polymorph in my team. He is running double reviver, but it is kind of squeezy enough team that Ronda can definitely kill it. But also there is the threat that Leorios will just kill me, and that might be so. I hope this Siphi goes before Ronda, because if it does, then I can just nuke him pretty well. Without defense buff, I think it will definitely die, but not if it has defense buff up. Okay, great. Yeah, I think I should be good. I'm not sure if Arbiter will die, but maybe everybody but Leorios will die. I mean, my Ronda does have pretty good gear. Yeah, nice. Also, I think I will try to use Mountain King a bit more. Oh yeah, I did have 3 losses in a row. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I guess I was here. I was just sleepy and doing some weird things. I don't know why I picked double Necret. I was kind of like half asleep in this fight. Anyway, I was just testing some things like after I did the video. But yeah, I think I will try to use Mountain King a bit more. I think not in every fight, but in some fights if enemy picks like a squeezy speed team, I might just go with Mountain King as my second nuker because he is a bit tankier than Ronda, and the issue with him is that all of his skills are single target like Rotos, but he doesn't get any extra turns, and only one of the skills does like high damage, but that skill does do good damage, so that one can kill targets. But if they are running double reviver and they are tank revivers, not like Arbiter and Siphi, then he has very big issues. Where is it? I think if I had something else like threatening to pair with him, like maybe Lockout as my like flex pick, then I think he would be a lot better, because then enemy would have to ban either my second nuker or Lockout, and then I would always have enough damage to kill teams. But with just Mountain King alone, I can't really use him in every fight. I need to be very picky in what kind of fights I use him. Also, I haven't been using UDK a lot lately, which is kind of weird because UDK is so great champion. Also, I think if I had a second tanky nuker like Rotos, or maybe if I use Staltos in some fights, then I should use UDK a lot more. Oh, it's again this combination. Wait. Should I go with... No. Helicat has the block damage. I was almost thinking about Mortu, but that would have been stupid. Well, now I have time to pick my second support, and of course I will go with some buff stripper like Ukko, but he's just gonna ban the Ukko, so it's not really gonna fix anything. I could go with Mountain King and he can kill a target through block damage, but he has UDK, so it's not gonna work. I actually tried doing that before. Damn it. This is not good. I think I'm pretty much lost in the big phase now. I don't have enough heals in my team to sustain myself. Well, let's see what happens. Ronda is definitely gonna die to 1 or 2 Helicat counterattacks, and he's gonna ban Ukko. And I don't have any heals on my team outside of the Duchess revive, and Duchess is definitely not gonna stay in the fight for long. And of course I will have to ban the Warlord, there is no other option. I kind of hate this team because it works great against me, but it only works because he knows that he will outspeed me and I don't have lockout, so against many other players that team will not be very threatening, or not anywhere as threatening like this. But against me he's kind of getting a free win. I can't come up with any consistent counterplay, especially after I have like done couple picks and he does this. If I see his first 2 picks and it's like UDK and Helicat or whatever, and of course they're not gonna pick Helicat early on, then I might be able to do something, but when I already picked like 3 champions, then it's too late. I would need some heals in my team in order to win this fight. That's the issue. If I had like something else instead of Necret in this fight, like Python maybe, then I would have been fine. If I picked triple reviver instead of this. But yeah, let's see. Maybe if I can hang in the fight for a couple turns, then I might kill the UDK. But of course, it's gonna be in a very slow build, so it's not that easy. And Helicat will always counter attack, even when I hit Siphi who doesn't have block damage, because UDK will have it and he will always redirect 1 hit on himself, so it is a very hard team for me to deal with. But I like it that people have come up with kind of these new strategies in live arena that are not used in the classic arena. I definitely like this team comp in that sense. Even though I hate it that I keep losing to it because I don't really have good counterplay against it. I didn't go with the ally attack because Siphi had the defense buff anyway. Maybe I will go with it if she might not have it next time Nakarada gets a turn. I hope that she will not move twice before the next Nakarada turn. Ah, damn it, I got stunned on Nakarada. Damn it, that might have been an issue for me because Ronda will definitely do damage, and with the ally attack after this, Ronda even got polymorph, okay. Ronda definitely would have done a good amount of damage to Siphi, maybe not killed her, but it even might have, but at least it would have damaged her a high amount. Okay, this is very bad position for me because UDK is going to be low HP but not dead, and Ronda will be low HP without any buffs but not dead, and now I have to use the revive, so this puts me in a very bad position. But I still have to do it because maybe I can get one hit in with Rotos when the UDK doesn't have block damage on him. Oh nice, he got polymorphed. Good. I hope he doesn't have block damage yet. Now I got like one turn. I'm not sure if my Rotos can kill this Siphi. I don't have attack buff and he has defense buff and shield, but it might be possible. Okay, good. Yeah. I pretty much needed that polymorph. I'm not sure if I could have one otherwise, but to be fair, he also got polymorph in a very good opportunity, so I don't really feel lucky. If that Siphi didn't polymorph my Ronda, I might have killed it anyway. But yeah, Rotos is carrying me as always. It is one of those champions that he scales very well with gear and it can carry your account. I have been crouching on Rotos for years. It's not just recently. Like back in the day, Rotos was in my clan boss team and everything. Like I used him in all dungeons and clan boss and everything in this game. And Rotos used to be even more good than he is right now because of course he was nerfed 4 times and Relentless set used to work differently and stack with his A1 and it didn't have any diminishing returns, so people kind of used to build Rotos very differently. People used to build him as low HP as possible and in Relentless set, and when he was low HP and you had shields, like let's say that you had 20k max HP and 20k shield, you could only take 10 damage from enemy and then you would proc the passive, and then you would get tons of extra turns with Relentless set and A1, and there was no diminishing returns, so every time you procced it you had the same chance to proc it again, so it used to be totally busted back in those days. Of course, Rotos was kind of kept in check because there wasn't like stone skin reaction, swift parry, blessings or like polymorph, so speed meta was totally run amok and people were always using speed teams and hegemons in every fight, so you definitely had issues with those even if you had a Rotos, which everybody did at that point. Because it was a fusion champion, so it was kind of interesting because everybody was using the same thing for a good while. Tormi was also meta back then, so he was kind of issue too. By the way, if you haven't seen it, I think still up today my favorite video in Raid is actually I'll show that video. It's from Stu Gaming that I know many people hate. I don't really hate Stu Gaming, I kind of like him, to be honest. I think he he made very good content and he was kind of controversial on purpose, but so is like half of the raid CCs. But he had that, well, he had multiple videos about it, but his best one was the triple Dark Elhain Platinum push video, which I totally love. Wait if I can find it. Where he was basically abusing the Tormin meta, and he was running triple Dark Elhain in Platinum Arena, and I think he finished maybe like top 50 or something. Like he finished plat and pretty high with that team comp, and he was basically just memeing on the meta and Platinum Arena, which was funny. Should I go with the Helicat and Ronda strategy again? I keep using the same thing and it's not always giving me a great result, but I feel like it's the way to go. Yeah, I think I want to go. I could go with UDK too. But I think, yeah, Helicat is gonna be banned anyway, and so might UDK be. Yeah, this is the video from Stu, the triple Dark Elhain video. And he was basically just memeing on the meta and the top clans, and he was actually like fighting the top teams back in those days with this kind of meme comp. And I wish stuff like this would be possible today, but sadly it isn't in the current meta. But I really loved that video, and it was super interesting idea that you could run something like triple Dark Elhain and actually do very well. This guy didn't have UDK or lockout or something in this team, so if I can just survive for like a couple turns, I might be able to do something. But yeah, the triple Dark Elhain video was super inspiring, and it gave me some hope that maybe I can compete in Platinum someday as well. And of course, you might not know if you're not familiar with the arena scene, but I used to run, like, I actually didn't get judges until kind of recently. I got it after last summer, and back in the day, my defense used to be Arbiter, Wokot, Rextor, Rotos, and I ran that defense for a very long time, and I finished very high with that team as well, like top 50 and so on, many times. So I was kind of doing the same thing, but it was kind of inspired by the fact that the triple Dark Elhain was actually very effective. But I was running the Wokot Rotos combination, which used to be kind of good back in those days, and I had everybody in 2-piece Frostbite to kind of try to compensate with the fact that like I was running what I was running, because I of course get hit a lot with the teams that I run. So I can't really... Back in those days, many people, or most people in top Platinum Arena, actually ran defense teams without any nuker, because it used to be kind of style meta back in those days. Everybody was running Warlord and no nuker in team, and it was very hard to kill those types of teams then. It wouldn't be now because of Ubidus and Taras and so on. But yeah, if you run a defense that people can definitely kill, like I did, which wasn't super stylish, then you had to have some threat to the enemy and you might be able to kill them. And for me it was kind of the Frostbite thing, and having the Rotos Wokot synergy kind of styling the fights. Who do I want to kill here, the Siphi or Duchess? I mean, whichever I kill will revive the other one, but I think I still want to kill the Siphi. If I can... What? He saved the... That's a weird choice. Does my Rotos have A3? Because if it does, I can just kill the Duchess. What? surely I can kill the Duchess, even without attack buff. It's going to be hard, but maybe I'm still in the competition on this one. Okay, he didn't get counter attack, that's good. The A1 is very hard for me, but I do have the bone armor stack, so it's kind of giving me a chance. Damn it. I wish I got counter attack there. This whale is killing me. I want to kill him first, but I can't do it then. If I got counter attack there, I would have won, but can I still do it? Okay, okay, nice. Yeah. Bone armor is giving me the win again, and I see so many people not using... What? Was his Taras like that much faster than Rotos? What happened there? I don't think the Taras was in... I thought I had won that fight at that point, but the Taras moved twice in row. I don't think it was in Relentless, but my Rotos is very fast. I have to double check that later, but was his Taras actually like way faster than my Rotos? Because my Rotos isn't like super slow. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think the Taras did any kind of counter attack. I think he actually moved twice in row. That's weird. Anyway, it was still very close that I won, and it was exclusively because of bone armor, and people are kind of sleeping on bone armor. Of course, the thing is that it's a lot worse if you don't have it at 6-star, but if you have it at 6-star with Rotos, it's just insanely good. I would never consider going with like Phantom Touch or Soul Reaper on Rotos if you have 6-star. It's way too good to go with bone armor. And you saw that the Rotos was full HP, and my Rotos did A1, and then his Rotos died to the hits from bone armor, like those skeleton hits, because it wasn't super high HP Rotos. But yeah, not sure what happened there. I don't think he had a 300 speed Taras. I don't think that's really possible. Well, maybe he does, but I'm confused how he moved twice before my Rotos. This isn't the bot team, right? I don't think I lost one fight, right? I don't think I lost 3 fights in a row already. It's a level 94, so I guess I'm kind of expecting Taras and Harima, because when you see these players that are not level 100, it usually means that they have very good champions, and like, not good champions, but the current top meta champions, so yeah, Harima and Taras. Oh, is he gonna go with the UDK strategy? He already picked 2 supports, so he can definitely go with CT and UDK here. But do I want to go with Ukko? I kind of want to go with Ukko. I'll do kind of different thing this time, and I'll go with Ukko and Rotos, and I actually didn't save the support pick for last, because maybe I will go with Mountain King. Maybe if I can ban his UDK, it depends what he picks. Yeah, I'll ban his UDK, and maybe I can kill Helicat or some other target with Mountain King A3. Though it will kind of be hard because he does have the Harima passive, so I'm not sure if it will work out, but let's give it a go at least. I think maybe he might just ban the Ukko, but if he doesn't ban the Ukko, he might ban Duchess, but he will probably ban the Ukko, I think. But yeah, I will definitely ban the UDK. I'm running 2 single target nukers, so this is not even a choice for me. But let's see how this goes. This was exactly the type of fight that I was talking in the start, that the enemy team only has 1 reviver, so Mountain King can just kill it and move on, and I might be able to finish this fight even with the Mountain King as my only nuker. Yeah, if I can buff strip the Ukko at the start, or put block buffs on him, I might just be able to kill him with Mountain King A2 and instantly get rid of him. We will see. But yeah, speaking of that, like the not Supreme Elhain, Dark Elhain, and do I want to open with A2? I think I still want to do it, even though... No, let's not do it. I'll save it for one turn, yeah. Oh, dude, that okay, I guess I won at this point. That went perfectly. But yeah, speaking of like Elhain and Bogota Rector and so on, people actually used to be able to run epics at very high rankings, and it used to work, but nowadays there is some champions that just totally... Oh, I didn't have the... I forgot about that. Of course, I'm not protecting the Mountain King. Nowadays the meta is just so... What's the right word? There is just some champions that are so good that there is a lot less room for running some weird teams and coming up with niche strategies. Yeah, you just want to use the same thing that everybody else is using. Which is kind of sad, because stuff like using epics or finding those weird niche cheese comps was very fun part about Arena, so I hope we can get something like that again at some point. By the way, I'm sure many of you might not have even heard about I don't think I can really kill anybody here. I think I'll just go with A1 actually on the... No, let's go with the A3 on the Python. Just to make sure that it dies on the next turn to the A2, but it would die. I was kind of being too conservative there. What I was gonna say? No, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that many of you might not have seen the triple Dark Elhain video, because it's kind of old video at this point. If you haven't, I recommend you to search Stu Gaming and triple Dark Elhain. It's one of the most interesting PvP videos you have seen in this game. Or for me, it's definitely my favorite raid video of all time, still at this point. I have said that thing before, and there is some people that really hate him, so some people always get mad about it, but I try to not... first of all, I don't dislike him, but I mean, I think content is king, and even if somebody you don't like makes good content, then you still shouldn't like... you should still respect good content, even if you don't like the person. And I don't mean this just in like raid, but I mean in this like in real life stuff. But yeah, it's a great video. It's very funny to watch, and it was very interesting comp. I think it was pretty much his thing. I never heard somebody else doing it before him, but he did it for video, and he did it very successfully in the video, so it was super cool. And he was kind of like roasting in the big clans in the video, which I thought it was funny, but that's kind of the reason why many people don't like him, because he was always very opinion I can't say that word. Opinionated. That's not the right way to say the word, but you know what I mean. He had strong opinions, and well, that didn't do a lot of damage at all. And yeah, some people really hate Stu, but I did like his channel a lot actually. It's kind of sad that he doesn't make raid videos anymore, but he has moved on to like other better things. I keep doing ally attacks with the Nectar and forgetting that Mountain King isn't actually protected. I think that when the Doom Tower was new, Stu Gaming was making some good guides for it and kind of coming up with original interesting strategies, and he was going a bit further than the average CC in actually like coming up with things and making guides and stuff. But then he had the big cheat engine beef with Plarium, and he had many other beefs with different content creators in this game, so there's many people that really dislike him, and I don't think he's ever coming back to raid, so it is what it is. It's kind of funny because many of the channels, or like pretty much like all of the channels that I used to watch back in the days, my old favorite channels, none of them make any videos anymore. It is kind of part of the reason why I wanted to make videos, though I guess I haven't been making too many guides lately. I definitely need to do more guides again, but it's not like I can do new interesting guides daily. You will run out of ideas and content, kind of like I have. But yeah, there used to be some CCs that like to do a lot of guides or try different strategies, and I think after they quit the game, there has been a lot of less of that, because of course doing those kind of videos, trying new champions and strategies is a bit more like time consuming and like harder than just talking about new updates. Not that there is anything wrong about doing that kind of videos, but it is kind of more higher effort content, and it's generally not worth the time, so people are doing it less and less at this point. One other channel, what's this called? Yeah, there was this channel called W and Trans 1, which was like a clanmate of mine, but he kind of had like he made videos for maybe like a couple of months or something. He only made videos for a while, and he only made like super end game like guides that were very good guides that he clearly put like way too much effort and thought into, and he barely got any subscribers and nobody ever heard about his channel, and he pretty much had the most educational like arena guide channel in raid, and nobody has ever heard about him. Let me find his channel. He actually has very good video, but he has many good videos, but this is maybe like on the second place, or maybe this is tied with the Stu Gaming video, that this is also my favorite video in the, let's say that the Stu Gaming video is my favorite, this kind of like fun content, and this is my definitely favorite guide in raid, and it's called Ultimate Arena Defense Guide, and he goes into super detail about the reason why people use specific types of teams, and he explains it very well and in detail. And this is definitely a bit outdated today. It's like 2 years ago. I think it's probably actually like almost 3 years old video, but I recommend you to watch this video as well if you're interested. I still might make a video about this video, or like updated version of this one. I was thinking it was actually one of the earliest videos I was planning to make, and I was thinking about it for a long time, but it is very hard to, like, I'm not sure how I should make this without just copying it, but I might still do this. But this is a very good video. It kind of explains you how to build a good defense team, and you can kind of reverse engineer this and think how you can make good teams for offense, especially for tag team arena, because you're going to need multiple offense teams there, and you will not have your best champions in all of them. And you can kind of use this video as a good way to build offense team for tag team arena. But anyway, there used to be CCs like this who made a lot of guides and very interesting like arena content, but of course this isn't super popular in Raid, so these CCs kind of quit and are not making videos anymore. And of course there is Moneyball that you probably know about, who used to be the biggest like arena content creator at one point, but I think he stopped making videos maybe like 3 years ago as well, so he stopped doing it even before W and Trans did, so but yeah, after those kind of people stop making videos, I haven't been watching that much YouTube videos. Like, of course I watch them, but I probably watch more Twitch streams, which is kind of funny because it's not something that I never did that much. I mean, I used to watch Twitch streams like super long time ago when I played World of Warcraft, but in the recent years I haven't been doing that, but I kind of started doing it with Raid again because there is quite many good streamers that do PvP content. I don't think there's that much YouTube channels dedicated to PvP, but there is quite many streamers actually, so I do like watching those. Taras and Marichka, nice. I know it might feel annoying that often, like of course it changes from video to video, but often I will just keep picking pretty much the same team every time, but that's kind of how it goes because the meta is so tight and there isn't really a lot nuance right now, and often people will pick the same thing every time. I mean, I don't pick the same team every time, but right now I'm mostly picking it, so I haven't been using the Cardiel as much because I don't think it's as good synergy with Rotos and Ronda than with like Initve. And I'm barely seeing any Baron or Georgid at this point. I do see some Georgid, but no Baron, so for that reason I'm also using Cardiel a lot less. Am I just gonna go with Helicat and Ronda here? I think so. I think it's very likely that he will... Wait, where is Ronda? That he will ban my Helicat. But I still want to go with it. It's kind of funny because I've been using Helicat a lot, but he pretty much gets banned every time. So I don't actually get to use him in fights even though I've been picking him a lot. Yeah, he got banned, and outside of him I will have very hard time surviving this guy, and I will not really be able to deal a lot of damage to him. Both of his snookers are kind of defensive ones, and then he's also running 2 supports with tons of heals and buffs that reduce damage, and my Rotos is totally gimped in this fight. If the Taras is well geared, he can even one-shot my Ronda from full health with all of the shields and necret protection, so that's also a big issue. Wait, his CV is not very high HP though. Can I just kill it? Okay. Swiftberry. This is kind of a pickle because I kind of want to protect both Rotos and Duchess, but he will be able to kill my Duchess very fast after the stone skin ends. But I think I'm gonna go with this one, and I'll rather just... Yeah, I think I'll go with A2. I'd rather lose the Duchess early on and not have it, and maybe have a chance to finish his team than try to stall the fight because and protect the Duchess, because if this fight goes long, he will definitely win with his team. So I need to kill that Siphi and kind of pressure him early on if I want to have any chance in this fight. I hope I can kill the Siphi. Okay, good. The Harima passive is so strong that I wasn't even sure if I could kill it at that point. Yeah, I will go for Harima next, and if I can kill the Harima and still have some health left on my champions, I might be in a good position. I don't want to do the AoE nuke because the Taras will decimate me, so I will have to just stick with the A1. See, I did 2 hits on what? That well, I guess he didn't have defense buff, but that Harima didn't hit so hard. See, I did 3 hits on Harima already, and I didn't even break the shield on him, so that shows you how strong it is. Okay, do I want to protect the Ronda or Rotos? I think Ronda is so low HP at this point that it's going to die anyway, even if it's protected. or should I protect the Duchess? Yeah, maybe that was a mistake there. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, it's looking very bad for me at this point. If my Ronda would be able to survive like one more turn, but it's not going to. I hit this Harima like... Wait, if I can kill this Harima here, then I can actually win. Well, he's still gonna kill my Ronda, never mind. I can't actually block the passive from the Maritzka. But I might still have a chance, but I don't think the Ronda is gonna get turned. If Ronda gets turned, then I definitely win, but maybe he doesn't know that I already have ASU. Maybe he will... Okay, he hit the Necrot, he hit the Ronda, not the Necrot. If he hit the Necrot, then I would have won at that point, but he made the right choice. What I'm gonna do here is that I'm not gonna go for the Maritzka. I'm just gonna try to kill this Taras so that he doesn't... Yeah, he's not able to pressure me or deal any damage, and then I will kind of try to bide my times. I'm not sure if I want to hit the A2 because I might do too much damage, yeah. I'd rather want to kill this Maritzka with the A3, and I kind of need to do one more attack on it. And it might die to the A1, but it is what it is. If I get the extra turn with this A1, then I will be in a very good position. Or if it doesn't die, but if it dies, then I might be in trouble here. I think it will die. Yeah. I still do have the protection, so... Oh, can it heal the... Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I guess I should have just gone with the A1 and not tried to do the A2. His gear wasn't good enough for this strategy. And now I don't have any chance to win this at this point. It is funny because Rotos is so OP, but it is nowhere OP enough against those champions. Even if I kill him here, I don't think there's a comeback. I don't have enough healing. And he does the double hit on A1. Yeah, I mean, we kind of gave him a good fight, even though the teams are what they are, but this has happened so many times that it kind of gets to me, because I feel that's unfair, but these kind of games are always gonna be unfair, so... Maybe in some other meta I will have the meta thing and then everybody will hate me, so I'm looking forward for that to happen. Maybe I made a mistake there though, like it was kind of hard to estimate how good his builds are, because I guess his Maritska was lower HP than I was estimating. But if he didn't die to the A1 I did there, or if I did, well, of course I might have just like it might have still gone wrong, but maybe I should have done A1 instead of the Maritska, A1 instead of the A2 on Maritska, so that it will die one turn slower, and I will be able to kill it with A3 and get extra turn and kill Sifi. But I might have lost even at that point, but it would have gone better if the Maritska didn't die to the A1 before I got the cooldown back on the A3. But yeah, next time I will go with the A1 and not assume that they have high HP. Of course, many of these Maritska builds are kind of fast, so they are not like ultra tanky, but some of them are still like under 30k HP, so it's kind of hard to guess that who has like strong tanky builds and who doesn't. It looked kind of high HP, but it wasn't as high HP as I was expecting it to be. Yeah, when I was running the init cardial strategy, it was so good against these Ukkos because they are usually very squishy, but it's not gonna work with Ronda and Rotos, so maybe I will go with double dodges against these guys so that I have Bolster in my team. If he bans Necret, I will be in trouble because then Ukko can place the block buffs on me, so... Double dodges is kind of like ultra whale tactic, but if I can use them, I will, so... Okay, now that I look at his team, UDK would have been very good here. But of course he had the last pick, so I couldn't really prepare for this. Now what do I want to ban? I think I actually want to ban Taras in this fight. I could ban the Ukko, of course, which is what I was originally thinking, but I think maybe I have a better chance to win with this. Well, not very high chance, but I can try it at least. Well, probably I will not be able to finish this fight, we will see. Like, the thing is that Rotos can definitely finish any kind of fight if he survives long enough, and so can some other champions like Harima, but most champions in this game can't do it. So, even though Ronda is very hard hitting, he will have a very hard time here. And especially if she gets a lot of attack debuffs and stuns on herself. Of course, the Ukko might have polymorphed himself before he did anything, and then I might have been in very good position. But now it's kind of screwed because I already lost several turns, and now it has attack down, and by the time that I get rid of the attack down and can deal any damage to him, then he will have the A2 back out of cooldown, so it's probably over at this point. At least Ronda does have her multi-hit, so I might just focus on killing the Rotos multiple times and going after it. Yeah, I think I'll go with the A2. The Duchess definitely wouldn't die to the A3 or A1. I'm not 100% sure if it will die even now because I have attack down and he has defense buff, but probably it should still die, right? Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, it wasn't that tanky Duchess, I guess. But yeah, he has tons of revives, so I will have to kill his team like a billion times if I want to win this fight. As soon as this Rotos loses his whale, I will start going after him. If I can get those procs with Ronda passive and ally attack him when I do normal hits against him, then it will be very threatening. Like, I might just be able to kill the Rotos with any random A1 from any champion in my team. That way I might be able to rotate his revives off and try to finish this fight. At least I'm stacking Whirlwind of Death on Ronda and she's getting a lot faster and getting more damage. I think I'll save the A3 actually. I'll do it after the block damage from Rotos. Oh, Rotos can one-shot Ronda now though. It doesn't have any shields, so... Wait, he might go... I don't think he has A3. Yeah, okay. He will give the shield to Ronda. The game is lagging now, but... What? Why did my Ronda get shield? I guess that was very unfortunate timing that it didn't do like any damage over the shield because Ronda didn't have a shield there. I think if she got a shield, she might have survived it because she did have the necro protection. Damn it, please no attack down, please no. Damn, why can't his Ukko get polymorphed? My Ukko gets polymorphed like every time the first turn, and enemy Ukkos are always Giga Chats that are totally destroying me. This doesn't seem very fair to me. Now the Rotos has stacked the passive a lot, and I guess he has revives back on everybody, so it's not looking good. Initve would have won this fight for sure. It is just that, yeah, if I go with Initve, then I won't be able to kill those Harima teams, which I will meet a lot. I really like Initve. I want to use Initve, but it's just it seems so hard to use him. Maybe next time I play, I will just put the nuke gear back on Initve, and then I will use Staldos in those fights where I can't use Initve. This fight I would have definitely won easily if I had my Initve geared. Yeah, I kind of keep coming back to the same issue that I keep using Ronda, and I know that Ronda is very good, but it's the same thing every time. They will ban my Rotos, and I will often fight Force Affinity, and enemies using speed teams that lap me, and even if I kill people multiple times, I'm not able to finish off the fights, and with Initve I can at least finish off the fights if I get the kill. The big issue with Initve is that it's very hard to kill champions like Taras, which Ronda will do way more damage though, so Ronda can kind of kill Taras even though both of them will die to any damage from him. But if it's something like Rotos or Ukko, then Initve can kill them easily and they will stay dead. And then I can use the fast Cardiel, which will surprise the enemy team many times, and I will get some random wins on the like first turn of the fight. But yeah, I said it many times, but if I get something like Taras or Harima, then I will definitely put my nuke gear on Initve. I really want to do it. But Staldus is often not able to kill enemy teams. But yeah, next video for sure I will go with Initve, Rotos and Staldus again. I will switch away from Ronda. I don't have the right team comp to use Ronda properly. I would want some kind of like speed team with Sifi and so on. Or like if I only picked it against specific teams and not all the time. Here again, Initve would be very good. Well, at least I think I've done the same thing. I've done this many times. That I keep doing other things and then I complain about some other issues that I have in these fights, and then I go back and try Ronda. And then when I try Ronda, I'm not super impressed with her, and then I will do it again in like a couple of weeks or something. But nah, next time I will go back with Initve. I mean, I could have 2 nukers geared, or like 3 attack scaling nukers geared, but my third one will be in a lot worse gear than if I'm using 2, so... Yeah, I still want to ban this UDK. This damn mosquito has been like stalking me for 2 hours and I'm not able to kill him. Maybe it's a different one, I'm not sure, but how many mosquitoes can there be? I think I'm kind of tempted to just go with the A3 and kill Rotos, but should I just do revive on death? Now, okay, let's kind of gamble. Let's see if I can kill the Rotos. He might have reaction, of course. By the way, this is interesting thing that I have thought about it a few times, but in theory it kind of makes sense to use Stone Skin on Georgit because he has so much damage that he can kill target 7 without Savage. But he isn't very tanky and doesn't have very high base HP. So even with the Stone Skin, it isn't that tanky. I think if you're gonna go with a build like this, I would rather just go with Swift Parry and not Stone Skin. I think that would honestly be better. Of course, Swift Parry will not work 100% of time, but neither will Stone Skin. So, and with Swift Parry you can also make way faster build and get a little bit more damage. So I think if I get a Georgit, I will probably... I mean, I will of course try him in normal build, but I don't have a speed team that you kind of want to use Charge It in. So I might just go with Swift Parry, Charge It. But yeah, I think Swift Parry is better on him than Stone Skin, to be honest. Of course, Stone Skin is gonna block some debuffs and it has other perks in it as well, but something like Rotos or Taras can kill him from full HP with Stone Skin. But they won't kill it if he's in Swift Parry and procs it, and you might get like really fast build with Swift Parry. I guess it kind of depends, and I'm kind of in a weird position, but of course I have better Swift Parry than I do Stone Skin. I mean, I do have good Stone Skin too, but I have finished Blood for like, I don't know, 100 plus times, so of course I will have some Swift Parry gear. I think I actually, like, I've kind of been unlucky with Swift Parry, and I should have better one, but of course I still have decent Swift Parry, which I'm not really using on anybody. Except in like my clan boss teams, because I'm doing like a 3-to-1 speed tune, and of course in those kind of builds, considering that I never farm dragon and I don't have speed set, Swift Parry is very good. It is kind of funny, but for me Swift Parry is kind of like a PV set that I use in faction wars and clan boss. Damn, the mosquito got me pretty bad. But yeah, I think no matter what nuker I will run, of course they will all have their issues, and I'm kind of using one and then I encounter different issues and then I want to use another again. But I think I will probably get more wins if I go with the Initve and Rotos and not Helicat. Initve, Rotos and Staldus as my nukers. Of course in some fights it's kind of like Initve is not a viable pick against them, and Staldus isn't gonna have enough damage to end them, and Rotos will get banned. But I think I will have more fights where Initve is able to cheese them, and it will have better win rate for me. I could have gone with Helicat here too, but I kind of mixed it up a bit and went with UDK. I think overall against this team, Helicat is better, but if they go with Rotos, which they often will, then UDK is way better. Of course he's 100% gonna ban my UDK, but that's fine with me. I mean, that means that I'm getting my Rotos in the fights and I can actually do some damage and try to finish them. I think that's what I need to do. I need to use the init and kind of try to make team comps where the enemy really doesn't want to ban my Rotos and they have to ban something else. Maybe I will try to go with like... Well, I'm often going with Ukko and Helicat, but maybe I will pick both of them in some fights and try to force the enemy team to ban them, but I think the Rotos is so good that enemy just often likes to ban my nuker. Champions are so tanky in this game that it's very hard to finish the fight, except for a couple specific champions. Like Taras, Rotos, Harima, Georgid, of course. That's pretty much it. I mean, of course other champions can do it, but not in the same way as those can. I'm not sure if I should save the A3 for after the Maritska Stone skin ends, but I think not. Yeah, because he's gonna die anyway. I think I'll get rid of the revive on Rotos. Or like revive on Sifi. I didn't want to hold on my cooldowns for that long. Ronda isn't so tanky, and if Rotos stays alive, I can definitely kill the Maritska even without Ronda A2, so I need to do some damage to him at the start and threaten him. Yeah. The fight is gonna end so fast that there's no reason to hold on to the cooldowns for many turns. Damn it. I don't think I have enough damage to one-shot the Ronda, but I guess I must try here. I will get extra turn because of Taras, but I will lose my... Okay, nice. I will lose my immunity after one turn, so I wouldn't be safe in hitting him next time. I mean, I will do it, but he might get stunned, but I didn't. And now I have 2 turns. I'm not sure if it's enough to kill the Sifi, but probably not unless I proc extra turn, but if I do, then I might be able to win this. Okay, good. I think maybe I actually... This is another one of these cases that I have bone armor and he doesn't, so I think actually I want to hit the Rotos and not the Taras, and proc his passive on purpose. Making him hit me, he doesn't have bone armor, I do, so my Rotos has kind of advantage here. Especially if I proc the counter attack now. Okay, good. Nice. That's what I mean. I keep telling people are like, I got so many DMs that why are you still using bone armor? Everybody's using Phantom Touch nowadays, but dude, if you have 6-star, bone armor is so much better than anything else that you can pick on Rotos. Bone armor just is the most insane synergy ever with this champion and his passive. Okay, nice. We actually won this fight. Basically, we won this because Rotos, like... Well, that's not a surprise, but... We won this because of Rotos cheese, and... Cheese is pretty much the way that I have been dealing with the arena in the past anyway, so... It's not like I can usually brute force arena, and... I'm often relying on cheese strategies, so I'm not gonna be ashamed of doing it. But yeah, if that Rotos wasn't in bone armor, I would not have had any chance in winning this guy. But the bone armor Rotos kind of caught him off guard, and at that point when he had 2 nukers left and I had 2, I instantly knew that I can abuse his Rotos and get the extra turns, because let's say that my Rotos hits him and he procs an extra turn and takes 50% HP. And then I will do the damage with bone armor after that, of course. So I will do more than 50%. And then his Rotos hits me and he does like 30% of my damage. So it's not like... It's totally uneven fight at that point. And he does have it at 6-star, so he should consider going with bone armor. I will not have won, or I would have had much lower chance to win if he was also using bone armor in this fight. I have like talked about this a few times in the last couple videos, because people keep telling me that Phantom Touch is better on him, and I think those people are like so wrong, and they are not using Rotos in practice, because you can't beat bone armor on Rotos. It's way too OP on him. I don't want to say OP because I feel like there's a very high chance that it will get nerfed and they will call it a bug, but let's just say it's a good synergy and not tell Plarium anything about this. I don't want them to to do dirty on Rotos like they did to Ukko recently. Rotos has had enough nerfs and he's the one OP champion that I have, so please don't nerf him again. But yeah. Anyway, it feels nice to get some wins. I had maybe a bit like extended victory speeds over nothing, but yeah, that was because of the bone armor. And of course the blessings do have issues with them, but I think they definitely added some strategy and like people had some fun to play with because of them. They could definitely try to balance them a bit more. So I think Taras, Mariska and Harima are bigger issue than Blessing, and the issue with Blessings are kind of amplified because of those champions and that you can't use Raman to counter them. But I also don't want people to use Raman in every fight. I think that's stupid. What do I want to pick? Let's do something different and go with Ukko this time. But yeah, like I think maybe some people like the speed meta. I mean, it's very advantageous to some people, but if Polymorph gets completely destroyed, I don't think many people will prefer that meta over the current meta, because that means that speed teams will run amok again, and some people are gonna farm your defense in like 10 seconds with Raman to lockout and a speed team, so I'm not sure if you will actually like it. Or some people do, but I think most people will definitely not like it over the current situation. So that's why I'm kind of very hesitant about Polymorph nerf, and I think the proper way is that you don't want to nerf it, but you need to introduce ways to counter it. Like I made a videos about 5 ways to balance Polymorph. Yeah, I'll go with Ronda. Like one way that I mentioned is that if you have item set that is, maybe it could even be a 6-piece item set, and it will give you immunity for 1 or 2 turns against Polymorph. That means that you can use it at the start of the fight and be guaranteed to do like Raman to block passes or whatever. But it will run out and you will not have it the entire fight. And then you can't build your support in full perception and you will lose a lot of stats in doing so. So maybe enemy might be able to use resistance against you or outspeed you because of it. So it would add a lot more strategy and nuance to the builds. Because otherwise, if you can make like 350 speed supports with 850 accuracy, like people are doing right now, and you can use like Raman in every fight, it is like that meta is also very garbage. So I don't want that back into the game either. I think Polymorph was very good for the game. Many people don't like hearing that, but it was. It's getting out of the hand with champions like Harima and Taras, who are ultra tanky and nukers. It's kind of a weird combination. Yeah, if he didn't have Taras, I would have already, Harima, I would already won this fight at this point. But if I did A3, I would do maybe like 30k damage on that Duchess, so the A2 actually does more damage than the A3. Not that Harima passive shouldn't exist in the game, but I think it should be reduced, or she should be attack scaling champion or something. But I think the combination is that it's a defense scaling champion that hits hard and gains damage over time, and has this incredible passive is a bit too much. Can my Rotos get one more turn? If he can, maybe I can make a comeback. Otherwise it's kind of looking grim. Or is he just gonna... Okay, nice. I guess the Shenmat isn't ultra fast, so I actually got the turn in between. Maybe my Rotos has enough damage to kill the Duchess with A3. I think it will hit like 30 to 40k, but the Duchess is kind of low HP. Okay, it hit for like 50k, yeah. Yeah, I don't think the Duchess was probably very fast and very squishy. Of course, many people will say that Rotos is OP, and I mean, I do agree. I mean, Rotos is way above most of the champions in this game, so he is definitely OP as well. Come on, can I get... Okay, yeah. I think that's it. I think I'm good. My Ukko always gets polymorphed. Enemy Ukkos, they don't, but I think I will be good at this point. He did get the revive up, so he did his job totally adequately in this fight. Wait, I can still totally lose this though. He might just kill my Rotos with A2. Come on, let's see. No weak hit this time. Okay, nice. Yeah, that was kind of weird team running Shenmat. I mean, it does hit hard, but I mean, it is very like outdated. If Shenmat was released to the game like 2 years ago or 1.5 years ago, it would have been, of course, top champion, but now nobody really uses it. And I'm sure the reason why he's using Shenmat, well, he might have used it to try counter my Rotos, but if that wasn't the reason, then I guess he doesn't have Taras or Rotos on his account. But I think he probably picked it to try counter my Rotos in this fight with the multi-hits. Can we break 2500 today? I think if we can get a couple fast fights in, it might be possible. Of course, Sato already got 4000 points several days ago, so I'm definitely behind, but seeing the points go up is definitely fun. I think in all likelihood, because I have been fantasizing about Quintus for months at this point, I will probably be disappointed with Quintus. I think it's unlikely that I will be like as happy about him as I hope, but I'm still very excited to get to use him. Should I go with UDK in this fight? I kind of feel like going with UDK. Oh, he went with Ronda. That's kind of a good way to counter me when I'm using UDK. I think he's gonna ban my Necrot in this fight actually, and it will be very good counter against me. What? He banned my not Duchess. I guess that's the other way to do it, but I wasn't really expecting that. Maybe I should have picked Helicat after all and not went with UDK. I thought that there was a good chance that he would go with Rotos as his last pick, so I kind of tried to preemptively counter it, but often it isn't the best idea. I should have just gone with Helicat. That was a mistake. If I picked Helicat, he probably would have banned my Helicat, but then I would have gotten my Duchess in the fight. I'm not really sure if I can make a comeback at this point. Maybe if I proc some extra turns, but yeah, it will not be easy. At least I didn't get attack down on me. Wait, can I actually do it? He doesn't have Harima, so my Rotos can actually have a field day, and maybe I'll go with A1 and try to fish for extra turn proc. But yeah, when he doesn't have Harima in the team, no Harima, no UDK, my Rotos can have a field day, and it can kind of overpower things. It's kind of easy to forget how OP Rotos is, because there is so many popular meta champions that are insanely good counters against him, but of course Rotos is a ridiculously good champion, and Rotos is kind of the funny champion that every time he kind of goes in and out of the meta, because he's always so good that people do everything that they can to try counter him and come up with counters, and of course he's been nerfed many times and there are champions that really counter him. But because of his interesting kit, like with his passive and so on, he kind of often comes on top of all kinds of updates in this game, like reaction or like blessings. Like the bone armor is so ridiculously good with his passive that he always comes back into the meta, and because he ignores defense, he scales so well, and like he never goes out of the system. I remember like 2 years ago, Rotos used to be very popular in offense, and then for like a year after Stone Skin, nobody really used Rotos at all. He was kind of considered unviable at that point because you could get faster fights with other comps, even though just before that Rotos offense used to be meta. And then now he's back again meta in the offense, and now he's kind of a bit out of the season because UDK is so popular in defense and people have Harimas. But if there is some counters or nerfs to those champions, Rotos might again be like total like ultra top tier that every team is using Rotos again. But yeah, that is kind of night and day difference, is that because I'm of course always using Rotos, and people that know me know that I'm using Rotos and so on, he will get countered in pretty much every fight. But sometimes we have those fights that there is no Harima, there is no UDK, and my Rotos can just totally destroy them, and there is kind of night and day difference in those fights. Like in the other fights, my Rotos is doing like 30k damage with the A3, and then in some other fights, my Rotos is doing like 200k damage with the A3. I think I'll do the smart thing this time, and I'll go with the nukers, and then I can decide if I want to go with Helicat or UDK or what else. So I'm thinking that I want to go with Ukko or Guardial, but Ukko might get slept. Of course, if Ukko steals the attack buff from George, it is very good. If I could redo my team now, maybe I would not go with UDK, maybe I would go with maybe I would not go with Necret. I would go with UDK. And if I had UDK in my team who could protect Ukko from Siphi A1, then I would definitely go with Ukko. But because I'm already stuck with UDK, because I'm already stuck with Necret, I think I'll go with Cardiel. That was a very confusing way to explain it, but short story is that UDK and Ukko would have been better team comp, but I couldn't go with Ukko because he would have gotten slept. Anyway, I'm talking way too much, I need to chill for a bit. At least I'm not losing my voice today because I haven't been partying, but still. Let's see, does he have reaction on Charge It or not? If he does, then I would regret doing the A3, but if he doesn't, then it's fine. Well, I mean, he's still gonna get revived, but if I can maybe I should have gone with A2. If I can cut in here, then maybe I will be fine. Yeah, fuck. Maybe I should have opened with the A2. I'm too used to using init than the A3 destroying the George if I kill it. But nah, I should have just played it safe and went with the A2. Well, I guess my Rotos got extra turn because of the passive. So I can kill the George again. Do I want to risk it and try see if I can kill the Siphi? I think maybe I can kill the Siphi, yeah. He did have strength and shield and defense, but he didn't have Harim or UDK, so it wasn't quite enough. And yeah, definitely the ally attack isn't gonna do much, so let's just protect my dodges. And he will still stay in whale, which is very good. But yeah, this was supposed to be Ronda video again, but as you saw, Rotos is completely stealing the show, and like, who is Ronda? Like, why would you use Ronda when you have Rotos? It's like 300 times worse champion than Rotos is. Of course, the reason is that enemy will ban my Rotos, but yeah. Rotos is the king. Fuck Ronda. Ronda sucks. Ah, damn, the ally attack is so annoying. Can I make a comeback here, or am I screwed in this situation? My Rotos doesn't have any bone armor stacks, so it's looking grim. Usually, how he survives the A1s from the Tarases is because of the bone armor stacks. They make a huge difference. Okay, yeah, he didn't have any buffs there, so he didn't do that much damage. He probably doesn't have the like super insane gear either, I assume. But yeah, now I should be in a good position actually, because he doesn't have the AoE nuke. My Rotos is definitely gonna get several turns here. And I was kind of able to, well, even if he dies, it's fine, yeah. It should be fine, I think. I hope that no, my Rotos has enough turn meter. I don't think the Maritska will die, but in case it dies and it's very squishy, it would have been fine, yeah. Well, actually, if my Rotos... It is actually kind of risky here. If my Rotos gets stunned, then I will lose the fight. This is basically gonna come down to this, because I don't have the immunity. If you have seen the Rotos offense team that I use on reset to counter Tara's teams, my Rotos always has immunity from Baition or dodges, but now it doesn't, so when I get hit by the A2, it's kind of risky. My Rotos is built in resistance, though. Okay, he didn't. My Rotos is built on resistance on purpose to try deal with that issue, but I didn't win the dice roll this time. What? What? How did my Rotos survive that one? Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, you can't win every time, it was kind of close. Yeah, looks like we're not hitting 2500 today, but we're still kind of doing pretty good. I mean, we beat some very high point teams, and we had very close fights against some others that we lost to, so it was pretty good today. I can't be too disappointed with the results. And I think maybe this has given me kind of new perspective on things. I mean, of course, I always knew that my account is carried by Rotos, but I think the way to go for me, I mean, it's not like I can do some big brain thing and completely change my teams, but I think the main priority is that I need to try pick the kind of teams that enemy has to ban something else than Rotos. And even if I have to pick Rotos against UDK and Harima, then I will just do it because it's still my best chance on killing them. But maybe if I get Rotos into the fight and they are forced to ban something else, then that is my way to win. Maybe if I go with like Dutch's Rotos, Heligat, Ukko and Staldus, very often they will want to ban either Heligat or Ukko, and then I will get my Rotos in. Maybe that's the team comp that I will try on next video, yeah. Because, of course, losing with Ukko when he gets polymorphed is very annoying, but if they ban Rotos and I have Ukko with Staldus, then it kind of gives me a chance to win even against the tanky teams with Ukko RNG. Maybe not against Taras Maritska teams, but most other teams it would. Okay, this is kind of interesting. So, of course, UDK isn't gonna be great against Leorios. And if I go with UDK, he's almost certainly gonna ban my Necret, but I will go with UDK. At least I will get Rotos into the fight again. Oh, he banned the UDK. I wasn't really expecting that. Anyway, I got Rotos into the fight, and it can kill the Leorios with the A3, so there is always that option. I guess Ronda can also kill Leorios with the A2, and it will not survive with the passive, so I actually have two ways to kill him easily. Okay, nice. My Necret, of course this one is in a fast build and doesn't have a reaction, so I wasn't quite sure if he would survive it, but I guess he did. I could do ally attack and try to heal him, but I don't think I want to do it. What? He surrendered. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't think it was a done deal that it was my win, but okay. I kind of wanted to play the fight in the end and see what happens, because I was already emotionally invested in that fight and I was trying to strategize, and he kind of didn't let me finish that thought. Well, not sure what happened. Maybe he had to go or something. But yeah, I think this this session has been kind of wait, do I want to do that? Yeah, kind of clarifying to me that, I mean, I have always been relying and focusing on Rotos. Like I mentioned, I used to use him in all of the dungeons and even in clan boss years ago, but I need to focus not on my second nuker is always gonna have issues and is going to have hard time if they ban Rotos. Instead of trying to find a way of my second nuker killing the teams, which I don't have with the current champions that I have, it is just plain fact that that's the issue. I need to focus on teams that enemies like forced or likely to let me have Rotos. Even if they might have lower win rate otherwise, but if I go with Ukko and a Helicat, then people will very often ban one of them and let me have Rotos. And even if that's worse in paper, that my team is kind of squishy, but it is still better if I have Rotos in my team. Wait, who do I want to pick? Yeah, I think Helicat. I mean, he could pick Ukko here though, maybe that was a mistake. I guess I should have just gone with maybe, I don't know, Ukko. Maybe I should have gone with Ukko in this fight actually. What? He didn't go with UDK. I think since he didn't go with UDK, it's almost certain that he's gonna ban my Helicat. What? Okay. I mean, of course I'm not gonna survive forever without Reviver, but I will survive at least some turns. Sadly, I don't. Yeah, Ronda can definitely kill Dutches through UDK without attack buff. That isn't an option, but maybe I can kill the Harima with A2 and A3 and maybe buy me some time. I'm not quite sure. It kind of looks like it is very hard to win this fight, but I will have to try. Somebody's calling me. Give me a second. Moi. Kuuluu hyvä. Voinko mä soittaa sulle 10 minuutin päästä? Joo, okei. Okay. Moi moi. Yeah, that was my grandmother calling me. Okay, so okay. By the way, I don't want to go with A1. If I lose the boss, it will be devastating. So I want to keep the shield and everything as long as I can. But the UDK is almost done with the stone skin, so I kind of see light at the end of the tunnel. I don't think my Helicat will survive long enough to get the second block damage, but maybe he will. We will see. How much damage can I do with this ally attack? Oh, what? Oh, yeah. By the way, this Nakarada, I think it has double or triple refresh. It might be in triple refresh. I guess he wasn't expecting that to happen because I wasn't either, but we got him. Nice. I would get a bigger shield if I wait for one turn and get the increased defense, but I don't think I want to wait for that because if my Nakarada can survive like 1 second longer, I need it. Okay, interesting. So Taras doesn't have block immunity here, so I can block his passive with A2, so I should be able to kill him. Okay, not quite, but of course my Ronda didn't have attack buff on her. Oh yeah, he still has the stone skin. I forgot about that because I already killed the Duchess. I think this video thumbnail will be something like Ronda crossed out and then, I don't know, Rotos in the picture. Maybe I will see what I can do with the Photoshop, but maybe I will cross Ronda out and put crown on Rotos or something. This was going to be Ronda showcase, but Rotos just completely stole the show and Ronda was kind of mid, so... Wait, can we get to 2.5k? Maybe if we get one more win we might. Or is it gonna be like 1 point away? But yeah, I think I've been talking about it, of course, in like almost every video, but I think if I get something like Arima, it will make a big difference, because I've just been talking about the fact that if I can make the enemy ban something else than Rotos, it will be much better for me, because my Rotos can carry the fights. Harima is one of those champions that, let's say that I pick Helicat, Ukko and Harima and Rotos, they will be very like... they will have very hard time banning Rotos. There is so many other things that they want to ban, and of course Harima is on the top of that list, so I think that is my end game goal and ticket to like doing much better in live arena, but that will come down to RNG. But what I can do is that I will go with the Helicat and Ukko strategy and see if enemy will always ban one of them and let me go with Rotos, but we will see. It's with Arbiter. Is he going to use like bombs or something weird? I'm kind of spooked about his team. Fuck. I want to go with Mountain King. Where is Mountain King? Okay. Too late. I was gonna go with Mountain King and maybe I would pick my bolster Duchess, because I think he might pick something like Charged or Bombs, but I don't know which one. So Guardian would be good against bombs and bolster Duchess would be good against bombs. No, Guardian would be good against Charged, but anyway. I ran out of the time. Okay, I made the right choice, I guess. I could still go with Mountain King, it would be kind of funny. Should I go with Mountain King? I mean, Ronda is not gonna do much against this team, so let's go with Mountain King for fun. It still kind of looks like a very hard fight for me, to be honest. This isn't a team that people will often pick, because it has very obvious weaknesses, that it's not tanky, but it is a very good team against me, so... Because it is not possible for me to outspeed him, but against other people he doesn't know that, and it is very risky to pick a team like this. Or if they have something like Aras and Harima, they can just survive the damage anyway, and his team isn't tanky at all, so... This is kind of like a cheese strategy that he's using. It's not going to work against most people in this game. Okay, who do I want to kill? I don't think I can kill the other targets apart from the Charge It, and then he's just gonna get revived with full turn meter, so let's actually put revive on death first, and maybe we can get the ally attack after the maybe on a time where the Siphi or Arbiter doesn't have defense buff because they take so many turns. Maybe if I can kill one of them with the ally attack when they don't have defense buff, and then I kill the other one with Mountain King A2, that might be good. Okay, this kind of looks possible. I'm not sure if the Arbiter will die to the A3 or like the A1 from Mountain King, but it is very squishy. It does have defense buff, but of course it's full speed and very squishy. Oh, is he gonna get the turn before me? Yeah, he did. Okay, can we win this fight? Of course, Mountain King is in a pretty good build, so maybe we can do it. And yeah, and the Arbiter is very squishy. Okay, I guess we did it. Yeah, this is kind of funny. Ronda is like doing like fuck all in this video, and Rotos is being like ultra giga chat and like doing 1 versus 4 fights and so on. But even Mountain King is performing. Like Mountain King is actually being a big boy and winning me some fights. So I know people are gonna hate me because every time I use Ronda I get disappointed and I move on something else, even though on paper and with some other team comps, if you can use her better, Ronda has very good damage with A2, but yeah. My verdict is that Ronda doesn't fit my account and Rotos is a giga chat. That's where we will leave this video. And we almost broke 2500. Actually, I think what was I when I started this video? I think I gained like more than 50 points today or something. We did get many wins, and many of the fights that we won or lost were pretty fast, so I think I did a lot of fights today. Let me actually show you the builds. I mean, of course, I have shown the builds before, but not everybody is watching every video, so I kind of need to repeat things a bit. But this is the Mountain King build. It is basically the same set that I have been running on every HP scaling nuker that I have been using, like Arix and Samson, but I guess it has a little bit of room to ascend and I need to do it, but it's basically my best nuke set on HP scaling build. Of course, I could do a bit better build without the Frostbite, but it is kind of good Frostbite and I like the Frostbite set, so I'm using it. And Mountain King, of course, scales from both HP and attack, so this is slightly different than my usual HP scaling set because it does get good benefit from the attack ascension that I have in a couple pieces. And yeah, in the last fight he procced reaction, but he actually only has one piece of reaction, so I got pretty lucky there. Should I show... okay, I guess I'll show the Nakarada and Rotos as well, so... oh, not this Nakarada. This is the one that I use in classic arena defense. I do use this in live arena as well, but nowadays a lot less than the other one. This one has the big weakness that it is in a shield set and not bolster set, which does stack with bolster and is protected if you have bolster also in the team. But if I'm not running him with bolster champion, like my second Duchess, then he is kind of risky. But the other one doesn't have any reaction and is kind of fast in bolster, but he does have double refresh, which kind of destroyed the enemy team when he had still UDK alive, but I just killed Siphi through it anyway. But yeah. And everybody who has seen my videos probably knows my Rotos build, that of course he has all of the best gear on my account from like 4 years of playing, and I have gotten some very lucky pieces on him. This ring actually isn't that good, and you might find it kind of interesting that surely I have a better amulet than this one. But there is actually kind of two reasons for this one. So first of all, the revenge accessory is just overall very good for nukers. But especially with bone armor, because it does proc bone armor stacks, which have insane synergy with Rotos passive, as you have seen on this video. But also because you might see that I put a 6-star glyph on this resistance, which might seem kind of stupid. But the context is that I am trying to resist the enemy Taras A2s, and often they will build the Taras with very low accuracy. Sometimes you see people building it with higher one specifically because people are kind of building like this, but I do have a little bit of accuracy on the side on Rotos, and most of the time he will resist the stun from enemy Taras teams, which is very good for me. And if he does do that, then Rotos can basically do a trade with Taras and Marichka team, that if he hits Marichka, then Taras will hit him and give him extra turn in the exchange of 50% HP, which actually can often be abused and kind of cheesed, as you have seen me doing in this video. But the issue is that it's risky unless you have immunity buff or Sifi on your team. But yeah, that is kind of insight on the strategies, how Rotos is working so well against Taras. And of course I have this mastery that Rotos heals by 10% every time he kills a target, which only has 1 turn cooldown and is very good, and it kind of works well in the situation where I kill Marichka and then the enemy Taras hits me. I will heal a decent amount before I get hit by Taras. And then I also have Life Drinker, which heals by 5% of the damage dealt if Rotos is below 50%. Which again has very good synergy with Rotos because I can get his health back up, and he has relatively low HP, but he does very high damage. So he's pretty much the best champion in game to use this mastery, outside of like PvE where you can deal a lot of damage with War Master. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting or educational, and see you next time.